Yowza! Woo-hoo! Dean here with Cabin 13 masks. The Raiders. We sucking. It's alright. Just putting the finishing touches on this Friday the 13th Vengeance masks. Never done one before. You know, I've seen, I watched it. Yeah, it was okay. You know, I'll say that. It was okay. I liked how they try to throw in a little backstory there, which is groovy. Yeah. It's alright. But in the same aspect, you know, I added my own little twist to it. I like doing that with Jesse with a Jesse mask. God dang him. With the Jason mask. All of them, honestly, but this one in general, I gotta say, I like. I'll let you guys have a gander at it. Forgive me for smoking. I ain't quit yet working on it, but this here I wanted to add, yeah, my own little touch to it. I don't know. I like it. You know, of course, I'm not done with it yet. But yeah. I'm looking forward to putting the last little touches on it. It's a cool mask. I got it from Top Notch. Yeah. Decent mask, I gotta say, decent quality. That's my first one I've ever got from Top Notch. So usually I use Fear City. But unfortunately Fear City don't make that one, so I got it from Top Notch. And I'll probably be doing another one of these. As far as film accuracy goes on it, you know, I got a picture of it, and I don't like the black behind the eyes on it. The lace screen, whatever the freak you want to call it. I'm not a fan of that, at least on this one particularly. I would rather have, you know, like a good latex hood to slap it on. So I'm gonna go with my Part 6 hood to you know, show a display of it. Yeah, I'm just I like the shape of the mask. You know, I dig that. But overall, the movie itself, I'm gonna talk a little technical here. The film itself was okay. You know, it was okay. It was nice seeing C.J. Graham in it, you know, as Jason's Peppy. But I could see where they're kind of floating with it. But being an old school Jason head, you know, maybe CJ should have played Jason in it, but that's just me. Oh, I dig the mask. You know, I dig it. It was pretty cut and dry and top notch. You know, did a hell of a job on getting here, and you know, strap wise and everything. But I liked add my own little twist to it with extra cuts and scratches and whatnot, weathering. Because to me, being in the woods and killing and stuff like that, you know, where he's hanging out at, you're gonna get dirt and grimy and mud and the whole biggie back and boogie on it, you know. I don't know exactly, you know, I guess they're getting to where he pops out the lake after I'm assuming that, you know, both sides got chopped on the mask, which is groovy. I can hats off on that. I dig it. Look at my bald head. Feeling like Dr. Fred. Ahoo. I like that concept. Yeah, better than what I can say going from 6 to 7 in the movies themselves. But I like just making it extra grimy, man. Just something, too clean on a hockey mask. Just don't lift the bridge for me, man. It don't, it's bad enough you go from 4 to 6. I don't count 5. I would have rather, like I've said in my other videos, rather seen the part 5 dream mask go into part 6, because that just looks groovy. Coffee. It's delicious, I must say. But yeah, this is, the color scheme was pretty cool. I went with a gray Yoda on my first layer, and then I went with the, what the hell you call it here? That raw umber. I just dabbed around on it, kind of blended it. But I put it on thick in some spots because to me that's the grime and the mud. And being that, you want that in my eyes. You want that on there. I don't want a clean freaking hockey mask. He got that in part 3. I mean, hell, come on. Skip the damn program here. Got that in part 3. And which carried over into part 4, which is bloody, chopped up. You know what I'm saying? Weathered, scratched. Let's keep that flow going, folks. Keep that damn flow going. Now, getting back on task. This one here, I'm gonna do another one. I got the paint on my fingers. I got rubber gloves. I've never used them. But I am gonna do another one of these. Got a little more to the screen accurate on it. But in the same aspect, it's, that's my flavor, my take on it. And yeah, I used the matte finish on it. I didn't want the gloss. I don't want too shiny. It's a nice little matte on there. I'm gonna throw one more coat of that on there. Let this one dry. Dry really well as always. Let it dry. Don't try to force the process. Yeah, I'm gonna dab some blood on here. Nice dry blood. I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. But overall, well pleased with it, And I just liked adding the extra damage to it. It was cool. And the way it came, but I just like adding that extra flavor. Like I said, it's a boat problem. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, babe. And I didn't want a clean chevron on. I don't want a nice dirty chev. I thought about painting it up there, because then you could work the paint a little bit and do some more damage to it. But this mask, out of a 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a fucking, excuse my language, I'm gonna give it a 10. And once I slap the straps up there, which I'm gonna work, some damage on the straps. It's a good mask. I suggest, if anybody hasn't done one, do one. and this is my take on it. I like to make it my own. You know, just like anybody else. You know, the dudes who came up with film, you know, make it your own. Why not? Chad the Colombian. But make it your own. You know, what you envision on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That just dirty look is just nice. You know? Because I'm pretty sure Jason don't use shower to shower, brother. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be putting on his Chanel and his fellowship on deodorant there, washes his hockey mask before he goes out and butchers everybody. You know what I know, it ain't doing that. He's a freaking slasher. So, damn right, man. Dirty it up. You know? Like, I'll give you an example. This is one of the masks that I've done. Bloody. Yeah. I call this my slasher mask. It's on my Etsy shop. It's my slasher mask, man. That looks freaking great. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Slasher. I'm gonna walk around with the Shelly Clean Mabine hockey mask through 6, 7, 8, 9 movies, you know? Like, you go from 6 to 7, the mask is wider, you know, which I think that would have been a great 7, you know, phenomenal, great part 7. Why not? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you? Answer the question, you know. I would have. But like I said, overall, my take on that mask is a 10, man. It's a beaut. It's a beaut, Clark. You know? I'm not gonna put the black behind the eyes on it because I might, you know, when I sell it, you know, just because. But personally, from what I've seen, you know, just from looking at the picture of it, it just makes the mask look like with that behind it. This, on the other hand, man, you slap it on a good hood that you could see out of. You know, you make the hood where you could see out of. It's gonna be dark anyway when you're doing what you're doing. You know. Even if you're displaying it, you know, you don't need that behind the eyes. Why? You know? But if you're, I'm gonna say, if you're like really new at this, you know, get you some lower end masks, practice on those, you know, and then get the upper end ones, man, and do your thing on it. Make it your own. You know, make it your own daggum Jason, man. Like what you would like it to look like. You know, rather you're gonna be collecting them for yourself or selling them. You know, if you're selling them, then, you know, stay in the ballpark of the movie. As I've said before, they change so much. They change so freaking much in the movies, you know. Sorry. And I've seen it, and I'm pretty sure anybody, other mask makers out here have seen it too. If you haven't, pay better attention. It's a good looking damn mask, man. That should have been a part 7 mask. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go out on crazy with my blood on this one. I'm just gonna give, maybe one spurt here or there. But then again, I might not. I might just let this one be, my next one. Let's get bloody. If you want blood, you got it. But as far as that film goes, I give it about 6. The kills were kind of cool, man. To be what it is, I think they should have. I think the owners of the franchise should take some advice from them and do it, But that's neither here nor there in the Irish woods of Wikipedia. My take on the Vengeance Mass, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up on it. My take on the movie, I'll give it a thumbs up, yeah. Give it a thumbs up. I'm getting ready to watch the other ones. I can't express enough how you gotta let stuff dry. I've learned my lesson. You gotta let it dry. I know. I got a drawer full of masks over here. I gotta get on. I don't want to put up on the shop and other things, but they take time. But you gotta let them dry. That clear coat, especially if you're putting, the satin, the matty, the gloss. Let it dry overnight, man. At least 24 hours. I can't express it enough. Let it dry. And tinker with colors, man. Tinker with colors, and don't be ashamed. Don't be scared to use that. Feel city blood on it, make you happy. Oh wow. Yeah. Roll with it. It's your creation. The new hood I picked up. Pretty cool. Where the hell did I get it? It was $70. And I'm gonna use it for my Freddy versus Jason hood. And I got another one I'm gonna use for the reboot. Just running out of freaking room in here for hoods for this place. But I like using the hoods with the hockey mask, so you actually see what the hell it looks like. See what it looks like, and that's what you want. I hope everybody's been doing well. Been doing well. I'm getting ready to go up for surgery here on November 4th for my seizures. I might have bolts sticking out my neck. I told my surgeon to do that. I'm getting this VNS surgery done. It's going to get connected to a nerve and then a battery in my chest. Groovy. Scares the crap out of me. It's right by my jugular vein. But yeah, we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. See what it does. Yeah, I got other stuff, other masks I got to work on. I'm getting on here. I must say the Part 6s and 8s are very popular. Very popular. But I do have a little sale going on my Etsy shop right now on my lower end masks. 2 masks, $35. With Halloween approaching. It's a good deal. And I purchased a Part 4 mask that I'm gonna do. My second shot at the Part 5 Dream Mask. I know how I'm gonna do it this time. And we're gonna make it right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're letting that guy dry. Tomorrow's straps, actually, I'm gonna slap another coat of Maddie on it. Let that dry overnight. And tomorrow, strap time, and the unveiling. Probably gonna put it on this hood here. Yeah. Don't you wish they had a Captain Spaulding's fried chicken shop, man? Wouldn't that be cool? One day, maybe. If I had the dough, I'd do it. I'd talk to Mr. Zombie and be like, hey, would you mind if I made a Captain Spaulding's fried chicken? But I'm overall pleased with the mask. And I think it looks great. I'd give it a freaking 10. And we're gonna roll on to the next one after this one, baby. Which I believe I'm gonna do a part 6 because I don't have a part 6 up on the shop. I got prop damage, but I need to put the regular part 6 up there. Yeah, no bullet hole. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Cabin 13 News. And everybody have a happy Halloween. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned.